And we just gonna get into it, man. The Lord is dealing with the devil through the spirit of power, how about Shy, and he's using first and foremost, he's using the prophets, and then what's the flip side to it, he's using men that is not part of the ministry. You know, it's an all around expose on the so-called white man who is the Edomite according to the Bible. The things that we've been speaking about and prophesying about that are happening according to the Bible. This devil is being revealed. Okay, and that's the number one key indicator that this devil is going to be going down soon. Okay, like the brother was speaking about in the chat room earlier. This whole now it's a war on hate. Okay, yeah, that anti shit is a war on hate. You know, and that actually brings in the family of the word. Okay, so that's bringing in prophecy. With this whole situation that's going on with Kanye, these little hats is being exposed. Okay? The one thing Kanye ain't gonna tell them, he's not gonna tell them that they're not the people. We the ones who gotta tell you that they're not the people, man. And that they're Edomites. Okay, according to the scripture, these people are Edomites, man. Alright? Now you got different tribes of Edom. The Amalekites are and the brother can get there real quick about the Amalekites being first in the nation. Those are the top Edomites, you know? And they're being revealed. Okay? You gotta, oh, Baba Kushab. We don't get into who is the real Jew. Yeah. Okay? Because when you go into the scriptures, the Jews don't just consist of Judah. The Jews consist of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? And the brother can present because of that. Proving that the Jews is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? Go ahead, I forgot.
This is Numbers chapter 24 and 20. It says that when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perished forever.
Now check this out. Now this is the story of, what is it, Balaam. Balaam and Balak. Okay, Balaam was a Moabite? Midianite, Salakia. Balaam was a Midianite. Okay? So the Lord was given this Midianite vision of the end time. Okay? So, you know what? If you were to actually get the whole story, we just start with this story. Because what's happening is you got these nations trying to put the curses on Jacob. Okay? Which is 12 tribes. Alright? And Baba, should I get this sign real quick? Get the sign. Alright? The 12 tribes, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? Of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? And these nations, somebody hold on that Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay? Everything that's going on in this world is surfacing around who the Lord's chosen are, man. Okay? So the other nations is putting curses and doing sorcery and witchcraft on these people right here. First and foremost, that we won't be able to understand and know who we are. That's the Psalms, the 83rd chapter. You see? But now in this time, what's happening is, which is a beautiful prophecy, somebody get Hosea 1 and 10. You know what? Get that from mine. Hosea 1 and 10. Because the Lord's people is being exposed to the world now. Okay? What are the major prophecies? Okay? Before we get into that numbers, get Hosea 1 and 10, and then somebody get Isaiah 25 and 7.
That's the book of Hosea 1 and 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Right?
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Read that again, Papa Shah.
Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
The children of Israel consist of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Now the prophecy, what our father Abraham was given, that his seed would be as would be a multitude of people. Remember the scripture speaks about what Jacob said here, a company,
A nation, a company, a nation.
a company and a nation. What is it? What
A
is it?
nation and a company.
A nation, a company of nations. Okay? So these people on this sign, we are a big number out here, man. And all these people love having fucking sex. So this is the prophecy that we're gonna be as the sand of the sea, man. And it started with what they call what they say, Father Abraham,
Right.
Abraham.
Right. I was going back to Genesis.
You know what I'm saying? So what's happened is, go ahead.
Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
Right?
which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Now, what place was that? Okay, now first and foremost, we're speaking about in Rome, all right, in the time of the Romans, when the Israelite foreigners were scattered, when the scattered Israelites from the circumcision, which is the Jews, all right, they were saying that these ain't the Lord's people, man, because of what because they wasn't brought up in the customs. Now, well, this is Rome 2.0. So the same vibration, the same thing is happening right now. Nothing new under the sun. Okay? So read that again.
Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
Right?
which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people,
Right. Lo Ami. Right? Because back in the La Ami. Because back in that time period, when Paul had his ministry, he was waking up the Gentiles, the scattered Israelites. And you had the Jews saying that these are not those people because y'all was brought up in other customs, other religions, so to speak. Y'all worship other idols and gods and things of that nature. Well, that same thing is happening right now. Where they saying that we're not the people. Okay? You notice how they never said that what Kanye West or any Kanye West, you notice that they never said that he was lying. You see, when he said we are the real Jews, nobody said that he wasn't lying about that. But they're hitting on the point of him saying that we are the Jews, and that they are. See, by telling the truth, by saying that we are the Jews, they say that that's anti-Semitism. When we say that we are the people, that's anti-Semitism. How? When we come out of the line of Shem. Somebody get real quick, 2 Maccabees 6:6.
Okay.
Because this is the psyop. This is psychological warfare right now. What's going on right now? Go ahead. 2 Maccabees 6:6.
This is 2 Maccabees 6:6. It say, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
Right? Now this is dealing with the Greek Empire. They couldn't keep our high holy days. All right? They tried to brush away our heritage and they want us to keep calling ourselves African American. Proverbs and Bible, right? They want us to keep saying African American. They want us to keep being the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Native Americans and back savage, you know, spit, wetbacks. They want us to subscribe to those terms, man. Go ahead.
It's back in 2 Maccabees 6:6. It say, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts,
Right?
or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
See, read it again. Read it loud. Read it loud.
This is 2 Maccabees 6:6. It say, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts,
Right?
or to profess himself as all to be a Jew.
See, back in the Greek Empire, right? Which this is Greek all over again. This is Rome all over again. So we couldn't confess to be a Jew, and this is what we've been saying first and foremost. But the Lord is powerful. He got another someone who's not a part of the truth, not a part of the true ministry. He asked the professor to be a Jew. You know what I'm saying? And they're killing him for it. They're taking everything from him. Now you had other people say, other celebrities been saying this, but he's actually on the tip of being bold and exposing the workings of the so-called Jew, the Jewish people. Okay, which, like he said in the interview with Lex, he said ish pertaining to something, whatever he said. He made a distinction. He said, all right, so you say you're Jewish? He said, no, I'm a Jew. And he said ish because he watches the prophets, man. The world is watching the prophets. And the Lord has the spirit on him to expose more than anybody has ever did. But that's all working in our favor, though, because that's going to bring in a famine of word, this whole war on hate speech. You got something? Go ahead,
I just want to add too, because they're also making it seem like he's nuts, he's crazy.
Yeah, they're going to have to make it seem like he's crazy.
Right.
That's why every picture that they post up, he got the rugged beard. You know, now whether it's a controlled opposition, yeah, it is controlled. Because guess who's controlling it? Yahweh Shem Shot. Right? Regardless if it's in the protocols and learn elders of Zion, because I've been bringing, I always bring that. I always bring that same topic out with the Spirit. A while ago, you know, that they said that they were gonna use their agents to actually openly come against them so they can bring down judgment. Well, this is a part of the protocols, but ultimately this is a part of the Yahweh Shem Shot. Because we speak about the main doings of the Lord. See, whether these devils is putting in their books and they're making their quote-unquote left-hand prophecies from the past, is all of Yahweh Shem Shot. So throughout it all, we win. Because we understand that what's going to bring is draconian laws, hate speech. And ultimately what that's going to do is bring in the famine of the word. See? You guys are fulfilling Revelation 12th chapter. Go ahead, I got it.
This is Isaiah 29:21. It says that make a man an offender for a word.
See, you make a man of offender for a word. Okay, what word? This word. So they're saying now they're offended about us speaking the truth. They're offended that Kanye is speaking the truth. That we are the real Jews. You know? And why do you have about Shemal Shah? Because now it's going, this is global now. See? This is global. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep. This is back in Isaiah 29:21. Says that make a man an offender for a word,
Right.
and lay a snare for him.
And lay a snare for him. See? Now it's a trap that's being made on the Israelites who's confessing that they're Israelites. See? That snare is they're gonna bring in these laws to come down on you. Okay? Read that again out.
It says that make a man an offender for a word,
Right.
and lay a snare for him
Right.
that reproveth in the gate.
See? They're reproving the gate. And what's the gates? See, we're reproving on the highways and hedges. Hell, the media, that's the gate.
Yeah.
That's the gate. That's the floodgate. The media is the floodgate where everything comes through. Okay? So they're gonna reprove him out in the open.
Yep, that's right.
That's what they're gonna do to us very soon.
Victim on national TV.
Yeah, exactly. He's being persecuted.
Yep.
You see? He's being persecuted on the level, on a psyop tip, is to get everybody to be scared to come against the little head. That's what this is about. And so they can be scared to come up against it. And you see Charlemagne and all these bitch-ass motherfucking celebrities, they scared as fuck what he's doing. So everybody is denouncing him.
Ain't no reason.
All of them. Noriega, Ice Cube, bitch ass, gonna say some, he don't know what he talking about. Nigga, in the fucking 90s, in the 90s, nigga, you was going against Jerry Heller,
Yep.
who was a fucking Jew.
Yeah. They put up his old comments on Twitter about how the
You was coming up against the same shit that Kanye is doing right now, and they shut your bitch ass up.
exactly.
As soon as you made that that song back in the 90s, No Vaseline, you threw Jerry Heller name in it.
Exactly.
You know?
So Ye is doing the same shit that you did, Q. So they're gonna fuck your punk ass up too, nigga. You know? Charlemagne was on Vlad. Alright? I don't know how long ago, but maybe a couple of years ago, he was on Vlad and they began to speak about the so-called Jew. And the nigga said, it's getting hot in here. I don't want to talk about this. He said, I'm uncomfortable talking about this. Why? Because you niggas in the industry know that these fucking so-called Jews, the Jewish people, all right, that they run the goddamn industry, they run the media, every fucking thing, man.
Kanye dropped names on this dude named Leo Cohen, the head of Atlantic.
Yeah.
He used to be one of the head executives of Def Jam back in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah, because he had a interview with Breakfast Club. Basically, they were saying, you'd rather get paid off of the destruction and the black music. And he said, I got a family to feed as well.
Exactly.
So he's fucking don't care about
The death is death. They're promoting decadence.
Yep.
And they know. That motherfucker knows that. They know they promote decadence to destroy our nation. That's what Psalms 83 is about too. Okay? They're destroying our nation, and they know what the fuck they do. So how the fuck is, he said DEFCON 3. DEFCON don't have nothing to do with destroying, killing anybody. It's a defense. It's DEFCON. DEFCON is a military defense tactic. So he was really saying, I'm going to defend myself. That's what he was saying. I'm going to go DEFCON 3. And they spent it. Because niggas don't know what DEFCON means.
Yep, exactly.
And it's not DEATH. It's really DEF.
Yep. Defender.
Yep.
Okay? DEFCON 3 is a defense. It's a military. This brother knows because he was in the military. So they spent the shit, man.
And they had that one boy here, Edomite bitch that was crying on, I forget what.
Oh, you talking about what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Bitch.
She said, I hope you take this bitch.
Right. So you hope the man, yeah, the Halloween bitch.
But they've been doing
I hope the big died at Halloween too. The last Halloween. Woo!
Lord willing, this is. God.
I'm talking about the movie, motherfucker. Shit. But, right, and she's an actor. She act like she was so hurt. Get the fuck out of here, man. You niggas has been exposed. The real niggas is you so-called white people, the Edomites. Right? Beginning with the top tribe, which is the Ish people, man, the Amalekites, man. Y'all being exposed. I don't give a fuck. Cut the channel, strike it. Don't motherfucking matter. Because sooner or later it's gonna be famine of the word, man. We ain't gonna hold our tongue. We got backup pages. Keep deleting. It don't fucking matter at this point. You exposed, right? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 32 and 5 says the vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Yeah, the vile person shall be no more called liberal, man. You see? Because you people have this ideology that y'all push into the world, that y'all the most holiest people. Y'all not the Lord's people, man. Y'all not the chosen. And that's the thing. Y'all being exposed on y'all not the chosen people, man.
And that's a fact, because we've lived in the so-called Ish people's neighborhood, man. You people are disgusting, man.
Disgusting. Exactly.
Scripture also said that we're going to remember ourselves in our captivity, in the land of our captivity. And this is what's going on right now. It's being exposed to a full extent.
That's that Hosea 1 and 10, right?
Baruch 2 and 30.
That's it.
But it says the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. See, you ain't gonna be respected.
Exactly, and that's what's happening. And you know what's funny is that other Edomites, that's not of the stock of Jewish, right? The other Edomites, they don't fuck with you damn Ish people, man.
They want the
Those Edomite Christians, they hate the fucking Ish people, man. They don't fuck with y'all. The normal Edomite don't even fuck with the goddamn Ish people.
They God don't either.
You know? Because they know y'all a bunch of rat bastards, man. That's why back in 1883, you had something called the Russian pogroms, man. And the Russian pogroms was the Russians over there in Europe and all in that area zone. They was basically whooping you goddamn Jews' ass because you motherfuckers was dirty, man. Y'all was nasty. Y'all was thieves. Y'all was taking their businesses away. All right. Y'all was usury.
That's where usury the interest on the loans.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
It
Look
came
up
from
Russian.
Amalek.
Look up the Russian pogroms, man. Because that was one of the back doors on how they what's his name? Edmund D. Rockefeller or Evan D. Rothschild used that situation Okay, that's how it began to start for them to get over to Jerusalem, man. You can do the research about it. I'm talking about before 1949, before the Balfour Declaration, man. You go into the Russian pogroms, all right, and that's when they were fighting against those Russians over there because they were some nasty ass gutter rats, man. They was fighting Edomites against Edomites.
They bring decorations wherever Amalek goes.
Yes.
That's why they was getting kicked out of all these nations.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. So that's why they were like, all right, we gotta get people out of our spot.
Their core belief is the Talmud.
Yeah.
When you go into the Talmud, it goes into how it goes into their iniquity. It goes into how wicked
That's correct. It's a Babylonian worship.
Yep. Before you get there, go ahead.
Verse 6 says, "For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy."
That's him. He's a fucking hypocrite, man. This devil is a hypocrite. All right? He's a fucking hypocrite. An actor.
That's how they got all their riches.
He's an actor. Yeah, because of hypocrisy, man. All right? Now here it is. Every time somebody says something against you, you want to get on the news and say, just like they did Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
All right, go to the Holocaust Museum. You know, and that's why, and it's the same thing. Everybody say go to the Holocaust Museum. That's why my man Jay said, well, shit, our Holocaust is Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Ain't nobody say nothing about that.
Oh,
They ain't say nothing about that.
You find out that
Eugenics in World War II.
Right.
Bible Belt Christians fund Israelis, and over there they fund abortions. I think that's one of the highest things that they fund.
It's something. It's something billion. It's something billion. I just say something. It's about whatever billion that they spend on abortion over there in Israel, man. Them people are promoting death. Okay. Go ahead.
It says, "To practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail." It says, "The instruments also of the churl are evil."
Instruments also control our evil. See, that's the wickedness that they promote. Okay? That's through their media, that's through their laws. Okay? That's what they promote, nothing but vile or iniquity, man. If you say anything against them, your whole life is over, man. That's how you know what Gabe was saying was 100% true.
2 billion.
He lost $2 billion in 2 days.
And they showing it out in the open.
No, practically exposing themselves because I seen a comment and it said that like if what Ye is saying is not true, then why are they going to the extreme of what they're doing? So they're exposing themselves.
They're exposing their head. And
Yeah.
you know what? All over the internet, people is coming to that realization. But the only ones that ain't speaking about it is you funky ass celebrities, man. You other niggas, you niggas in the industry, y'all supposed to back him. Because guess what? All of you industry people been speaking out within the last couple of years saying that we are the chosen. We the Hebrews. The original man. We the Jews. All you niggas said it. Nick Cannon said it. Alright? Carmelo Anthony said it. Cat Williams was on camera said it. I know I'm an Israelite. All you celebrities been saying it. So now when Ye do it, y'all trying to hide yourself from him because he's taking it to another level that you bitch ass niggas will never do.
That's why he called out Lucky and
All of them know.
Comments are tired of being silence
Yeah.
against the Jews that run their own agenda.
Yep. So, and you know, it can go both ways now. I believe personally, me, is that he is being controlled by Amalek to do things like that, to come at us. But maybe deep down inside, he do really believe it. You know? And that's because I seen a video, I don't know what Israelite group it was, but one of them brothers was speaking about the situation. They said, yeah, Gabe been knowing that he was an Israelite. He know he a Jew because they have certain families that actually know him. And he been actually, quote unquote, planning this to come against him openly for a minute now. So whether he's actually controlling or actually doing it, we don't 100% know, but it don't matter. All the work is of Yahweh Ba'ashim that we know, right?
And that's the point that Apostle Thomas says out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where when is the Lord going to step up?
Exactly.
Make the playing field. That's exactly what's happening.
Being even, man. You know? Well, look.
I just want to speak.
No, yeah. You
No,
good,
this
brother.
is your platform, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, you can
right,
listen,
but
brother. You
This
can
is
listen.
about, I would like to hear this.
Yeah, exactly, brother. First and foremost, I'm gonna just let you know you're an Israelite, brother. All right, you're a Hebrew. There we go. You are part of you are if you're descent from Judah or the so-called African American, you the real Jew. That's right. You're the real Jew. But you gotta remember this. What they ain't telling you in the world is that the Jews, it ain't just the so-called African Americans. The Jews also the Haitians and the West Indians. See, when you go into the scripture, it tells you that Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, those are the Jews. That's the southern kingdom. Okay, those are the southern kingdom. They're not gonna say it in the media. They just say the Jews is the so-called blacks. But no, we got 200 brothers in our tribe considered as Jews as well. Okay, so to you Ish people, who call themselves Yahudi. Okay, who call yourselves Jews. What about the 2 other tribes as a part of the Jew nation as well? Y'all won't be able to answer that. You know?
The word Jew, it has a definition.
Yeah.
You can read it.
And it's a precept that says about the 3 other tribes. So, yeah, but you find that it's when Solomon, it's when Rehoboam, when the kingdom was written, and he said he's gonna leave. It's a king. He said he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave Benjamin. He's gonna leave Levi, right?
Yeah.
That's the king. Get that real quick. And we don't expect Gabe to go into the Bible and get all this information out. That's for us. He just opened the floodgates, so to speak, on a different level. But it's like I keep saying, like we keep saying, it's all the workers of Yahweh by Hashem that was shot. Because this thing is wrong. If you get on the news, that's how you know this is a workers of Yahweh by Hashem that was shot. We ain't giving that devil no credit. Alright? Because he's controlled. The scripture speaks about, I believe, Isaiah, on how he's the goddamn axe. He's being swung by the Lord, man. Okay? He's being controlled, man. So ultimately, this is the workings of Yahweh by Shimei Shai. Go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 1 Kings 12 and 21. It says, and when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin.
That's showing you that they, the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, they're attacking the ring.
Well, real quick, when you find that, I'm going to prove that Judah is not the only Jew, right? This is Esther 2 and 5. Now in Shushan, the place, now in Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjaminite. See? He said a certain Jew. So the Jews ain't just Judah. Benjamin place was there over there. Okay? Let's see. Let me get some more. Yep.
I got it.
Go ahead. What do we got?
This is 1 Kings 11 11:30, it says, and Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus said the Lord Yahweh, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But we shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashtaroth, and the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father. Howbeit I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life for David, my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand, and will give it unto thee, even 10 tribes. All right, which is known as the northern kingdom. Okay. It says that unto his son will I give one tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen thee to put my name in, and I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desireth, shall be king over Israel. Right. So
Get into this way you got the yeah. He read it and said, I'm gonna give you the report.
yeah.
What other point? Well, you find that. Yeah, it's right at the page. It should be where it say, I'm just gonna give you these two.
Yeah,
Read it.
that's what we had. That's what we had.
Yeah, well, go back to that point. That's not the point.
Yeah, 1 Kings 11:30. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces.
Right.
And he said to Jeroboam, take 10 pieces. For thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. So he gave the 10 tribes to Jeroboam.
But it's something in his word, he said that he's going to give the other to well maybe it's in Samson. Maybe it's in Samuel. Because he said he's not going to strip it, he's not going to strip the king from Judah. So maybe going to Samuel where it was told to him.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verses 27. It says, and Samuel turned about to go away, laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rent. And Samuel said unto him, the Lord Yahweh hath rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and hath given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou. And also the strength of Israel will not lie nor repent, for he is not a man that he should repent.
Read that real quick.
This is the Zondervan's dictionary, all right? And this is the word Jew. Originally, it denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah, or to the 2 tribes of the southern kingdom.
Right, so it says to the tribe of Judah and 2 tribes of the southern kingdom. When the brother just read in Kings that the kingdom was rent, and the prophet Elijah the Tishbite rent his garment in 12 pieces, that represented the 12 tribes of Israel. So he gave him Judah, but then and Benjamin. But the reason why Levi is not mentioned there is because Levi did not have an inheritance with the rest of the tribes, to the plot of the land. So what ended up happening was that Levi ended up being into that order with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, staying in the kingdom of Israel. You know, and then the northern kingdom was Jeroboam, and actually ended up being taken over by the Assyrian Empire. So read that again.
God, this is Jew in the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, and it reads, Jew. Originally, it denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah, or to the two tribes of the southern kingdom, 2 Kings 16 and 6, and 25 and 25.
Second Kings chapter 16, verse 6. It says, and at that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elah to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elah. The Syrians came to Elah and dwelt there unto this day. And the High sent messengers, Tiglath,
25, 25?
It's not about it. It says,
That First Kings is the start of the northern kingdom going into slavery.
Right.
The Assyrian Empire.
You in First Kings or Second? Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. But later, its meaning was extended, and it was applied to any one of the Hebrew race who returned from the captivity.
Right, well, those, it wasn't extended to any of the Israelites. Right. That's kind of going on. But it was to those that came returning to the captivity, was those that were still in that land. So you understand that the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom, so that would leave Benjamin, Judah, and the others that brought out concerning Levi, they didn't have no,
Had no inheritance.
they had no inheritance because those are the priests. But the priest was added into the theft. So Judah, I meant to say Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, those were classified as the Jews. Which I just read, and real quick, get that real again, get Esther 2:5. Just to prove it, because it said that Mordecai was a Jew and he came out of the tribe of Benjamin. Hey, Slock, we ain't got no notes and paperwork, we just going through the spirit. It's scriptures that, you know, we just going back into it through the spirit.
the northern kingdom never returned.
Yeah, the Northern Kingdom never returned at the time. And he's like rough around the edges, so to speak, but hey, it is what it is. This is what it takes.
It's Esther 2 and 5.
It's just us going into the scriptures, man. You know?
Seek
And
out
this
the book
what
and read.
the water. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. Man. We know it's the spirit, we just gotta find them points. You know? But see, this is what we have to do in the study out by Chanel Shot. Study to show ourselves approved. You know? But go ahead, Al.
This is Esther 2 and 5. It says, now in Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
See, it was a Benjamite. So the Jews ain't just Judah. Okay? It ain't just the so-called African American man. See?
And nothing to prove
Those
that.
that came on slave ships, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right?
Nothing to prove that. The Bible dictionary just said those that returned from the captivity.
Yeah.
Now that captivity is talking about the Babylonian captivity.
Exactly.
The first one. And who went into captivity there? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Because the 12 tribes was already gone.
Yep.
I mean, it's like the 10 tribes was already gone.
That's right.
I'm gonna read the next line. It says, as most of the exiles came from Judah, and as they were the main historical representatives of ancient Israel. The term Jew came finally to comprehend all the Jew race throughout the world. As early as the days of Hezekiah, the language of Judah was called Jewish. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to say about that ish part. When you look up the word, you look up what ish means. It says it means somewhat, in a way, but not exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
it's not-
Yeah, Judaism.
This is about them trying to recapture and take their birthright. What's happening when you read Ezekiel 36 chapter, they pretty much hijack the land.
Yeah.
And it says, aha, we have the ancient places, the high places in our possession. So,
Which they already, they had it going back into, when they finally got it, it was the Idumeans.
Yeah.
Okay? When they tried to get the land, it was the Idumeans. You know? But real quick, somebody get the second Ezra 13 and 40, just so we can prove about the spirit. Just the 10 tribes took it out. So if the 10 tribes took it out, which leaves who? The rest of them. Go ahead.
This was, if you look up the word Jews, which we got the one out of Acts 18:28, but the way you pronounce it, that they had you pronounce it was Yehuda, which we already understand that goes into Yehuda, which was Judah. All right, but it says Jewish, belonging to the Jewish nation, and it says Jewish as respects to birth, origin, and religion. And that right there alone, they're trying to say that, we're not, again, the original Jews, so-called English, all right? But it tells you that they were the first one born, all right? As respects to birth, origin, and religion. Because they even take, what is it, Judaism, all right? It's Judaism, again, it comes from Judah. So, yeah.
Yeah, they adopted Judaism under the ruler Kagan Bullen in the 1100s during the Crusades. That was right before the rise.
When them the real monkeys, when they came up out of the mountain, like you got that, but
That was right before the rise of the Ottoman Empire.
yeah. So y'all know, y'all took on the nationality.
Expose y'all flag too.
Yeah,
I got the fucking flag.
Yep. Somebody get that second episode 13? Go ahead.
Second Ezra 13:40. It says, "Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their land, out of their own land, in the time of Hosea, the king."
Which is the northern king, right?
Hosea was the 19th, he was the last of the 19 kings that ruled
In the Syria.
in Syria. Right. He the one revolt against Assyria. You know what I'm saying? To leave that captivity.
Yeah, and that's in the second king.
It says, "Whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would lead the multitude of the heathen."
Yeah, but the point is, the 10 tribes took it away, they never returned. So those that was in Judea at that time, the Jews, which was Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, because those were the priests. When you read about the high priests in scriptures, those were the Levites. Okay? So, what you got?
Exodus 17.
So, through the Spirit, man, we just exposing y'all are not the people. And y'all are being exposed on the wickedness. First of all, y'all been exposed that y'all not the people. Secondly, y'all been exposed on the wickedness that y'all not the people. Now, this man said that he's a Jew. Y'all killing him for it. It really ain't about, it's about that he's exposing y'all how wicked y'all are. But the other hand of it is that y'all are not the true people.
So just a little tiny. Zechariah 9:6. Yeah, Zechariah 9:6 says, "And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines."
Yeah, and the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. And when you go into that, first and foremost, y'all, the bastard have no father. Okay, Esau has no father. All right, and it goes into illegitimate. Now, when you read, when you go into the word illegitimate, it means illegal. So, an illegal person is dwelling in Ashdod. Now, what happened was going back to the pogans that I was speaking about in Russia. Edmund D. Rothschild funded the Aliyahs to go from Russia, Turkey, the Yemenites, from Europe to get flown, all right, into the land of Israel. And this is where you get, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the 6-day war with the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, 6-day war.
Okay? Now, when you go into Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, it says when the Israelites get their own land, there will be no more war. But as soon as the bastards step their foot in the land, I'm trying to claim it, it's been war ever since. So that's another telltale sign that y'all are not the people.
What was his name? He said, like, the true people never had peace because they left black and they came back white.
That's the dude I was talking about in my live maybe like a couple of days ago. The male, he was the king of Egypt. No, what Mubarak?
Oh, he's
way
from
before
Mubarak.
Mubarak.
I sent it in the chat.
He was in 1958, he said.
Yeah.
All right? He said that this land would never have peace because they left black and returned white.
I think his name was like the Wall.
Speaking of moles, Tel Aviv.
Right. Exactly. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 2. It says, because thus saith the Lord power. Thus saith the Lord power. Because the enemy have said against you, aha. Even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Yeah, the ancient places are in possession. And remember, they tried to get that back in the time of Herod. That's why Herod was saying that he's the king of the Jews. Because the Idumeans were set up. Antipater was that.
One thing about Herod too, they wouldn't call his father. We're actually about to read it right here too.
But go ahead.
All right, I got it. It says again, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and you are taken up in the lips of talkers and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, you mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord your power. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision.
So essentially it's saying that the Israelites are a prey and their land is being taken over by the enemy. It specifically calls out Idumea or Edom.
It says that which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about.
Right. So to this day, Israel is a prey. Right? That's why the salvation is prey. Because they are prey.
Therefore thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
With a point, that's what we mean about 1943, which is not an extension of their so-called imperialism, Edomite imperialism, all right, throughout the ages.
It says again, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart. With this yeah. And that was also like a way to set up everything you see today. You know, they've been dwelling over there what people think for so long, right? So now people believe it, that they're actually the true Israel.
Yeah, because it's a reclaim on that birthright. See, it goes back to that birthright.
Just because he's in the land and he
Right.
make the Lord forget, those are people.
Right.
Like, it's all stupid. Like, that's dumb as hell. Just because you in the land, that don't make you go get the promises, nigga. It's a lineage, man. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it rested upon the 12 patriarchs. No?
You know what they did? They copied military programs. They copied the same similitude that the Africans had, the Syrians put in the land.
That's what I was about to talk about, man. Because I was about to say that because every time like I'll go back to the Greek Empire. You had Antiochus Epiphanes, man. You know, they were trying. They ransacked the temple, right? But they were trying to claim that they were trying to tell Israel to stop being, children of the Lord. They tried, but what did the heathen always do when they sacked the temple, man? When they went into the land, they desecrated it. They set up their idols, like the brother just mentioned. What is that? 2 Kings 17.
Yeah.
They can't. They just obviously they profane the ways of the Lord, man. They try to be the Lord's people, but they do everything contrary to it.
And that's the thing. They didn't understand that we were a people before we were a land. So,
It don't matter if you're
right, it don't matter.
I got something. This is on Ezekiel 36 and 18. It says, wherefore I poured out my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had.
Hey, you put the idol of Jupiter, in the temple. Yep. You put a big ass pig on the altar. Yep. Burned it up. It's actually in history, man, that these Edomites, which is what through the Idumeans, the Khazars, through the Lahats, they all on these high holy days, man, they'll actually intentionally profane those days with abominable things, unclean things. The highest celebrated so-called tradition is what goes on in Tel Aviv.
You've been 50 minutes already? God damn.
Yeah.
Pride. Well, that's what the pride. That pride.
I feel like it's only been 20 minutes.
Taking the spirit.
That's where the pride started. So that goes to speak on your nature. So that's how we know we're not the people. But the scriptures say what? That he was estranged from the womb. And to be estranged from something is to neglect the love that basically the love that was established for you. All right, through Abraham, Isaac, Abraham and Isaac. Because they had a tradition, they had a culture, which Esau rejected.
Hey, for the cameras, those are like, I want to say an hour. Hour and 44 minutes. And then stop.
I was going to add on the Second Kings. That's what we're talking about.
You don't want it to be like 4 hours. Just kind of chop it up.
Oh man.
When the heathen sent, when the heathen had to send for a priest to be back,
teach them the law.
That's the nigga shot.
because they couldn't keep the laws. So they had to be taught. They had a priest come back to teach them how to do it. But it says when you read down in Second Kings that they continue to serve their idols while trying to serve the Lord.
So,
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and 24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Speaking about Jerusalem. It says, and they shall be led captive into all nations.
let's talk about the beginning of what is known as the quote-unquote Jewish diaspora. Okay? Not the Babylon like that. It's talking about this is talking about 70 AD. Read that again.
Luke 20.
Oh, slap. You got it.
Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Right?
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
Yeah, because in 70 AD you had the Domitian, you had Titus, and you had Vespasian. Vespasian first, because that's the father. Vespasian, Domitian, and Titus. Okay, which was called the Triumvirate. Right? If I'm not mistaken, the Flavian dynasty. Okay? And what they do, they ran into Jerusalem. Alright? In fact, hold that. In Deuteronomy 28. Because this is that prophecy when the Roman Empire came. Exactly. Get the prophecy first.
Deuteronomy 28 and 52. And he shall besiege what? Start first. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
And that was talking about the Romans. Okay? Which is their symbol today.
A nation.
Okay.
It's from Babylon to Timbuktu.
Yeah.
On page 84, and it reads.
Show the book. And brothers who may not know, sisters and brothers who are new to this. So we give y'all information. We going to the books a long time ago. Back in. Hey,
You gotta bring
books
that
on
old
top of
thing
books.
back.
Yeah.
And this is and it reads, okay, this is page 84, the second paragraph, and it reads, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
See, under the Roman armies, what I just said, right? Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
See, we're not making this thing up. They even got it in books. Okay? Go ahead.
With great slaughter, During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Right.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from the Roman persecution and slavery.
See that? So 1 million Jews, and is this the new? I thought it said black.
I mean, sorry, yeah. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
See that? I'm about to say, hold on, something missing right there. See? Black. That's what I meant. Somebody can look it up. Just put in the quote. Egypt president, black, fuck.
Jews left black.
Yeah, just put Jews left black and came back white. And it'll give you the president. It's in 1958.
I'm going to go ahead. Let me keep reading
Go ahead,
this
you
real
got it,
fast.
you got it.
All right, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
And that's what the brother can read.
Yep. From the end of the earth, even unto the other end. Select it. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor. Select it. Let me slow down. Select it. All right. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Deuteronomy 28:64.
Yep, and that's going into, we used to say was Islam and Christianity, but ultimately it's the idols. It's the idol worship. Okay, because how do they make their idols? Wood and stone. Okay, it's really idol worship we begin to get into. Okay, when we begin to get dispersed. Okay, so go ahead and read that prophecy.
Deuteronomy.
And then, Ahmad, hold on, that what you got.
Deuteronomy 28, again in 49, it says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Right?
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land.
And they shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land, because remember, it's something called Masada. Okay, and in Masada, what happened was, and by the way, Herod made the problem to Masada.
Yeah.
Okay, he was a master builder. So Masada came from Herod. Okay. Yep. And what happened was, and somebody get as well get Luke. I believe it's 21 and 19, if I'm not mistaken. Trench Mountain. Luke 19. Okay. So in Masada, they besieged Jerusalem, but they blocked them all off, and they wouldn't be able to go out of Masada. Okay. So that's why they basically cut off shop for them. No export, no import. Okay, so they can eat their babies, eat the cattle, eat everything up, because they want to starve them out. Military tactic. That's what America does to other countries. They starve them out. We're gonna put a sanction that you won't be able to do this, get that, so on and so forth. It's the same thing.
It's gonna be easy.
Exactly. And this is gonna come back all over.
There was an Edomite quote. I can't remember where it goes back to, but it said, the enemy, is resistant. They say they can outwait 3 years. Edomites, they'll say, all right, we'll be back and forth. Because they know about how to do this war. They know how to...
Military tactic.
Yeah, military tactic.
Take a man's
You're gonna be fatigued to fight. Take a man food, man. Well, that's what they're gonna do now. They're gonna take away the food. So it's gonna make people, which is another topic, which is gonna make people to drive further to the Hawaii when they take away that food.
Verse 51 says, which also shall not leave you either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed.
See?
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy power hath given thee. It says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters,
Yep.
which the Lord thy power hath given thee in the siege, and in the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
Cannibalism. So this is not a, now going back, this is happening in the Roman Empire, okay, when the Israelites were besieged, then we had to scatter after Roman persecution, 70 AD. This is the last time that the Jews was in the homeland of Israel, okay? Is that everything? All right, go ahead, Ahmad. I mean, Ahmad.
Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
See what the brother just read, and then what the other brother just read in Timbuktu. They fell by the edge of the sword. Okay, go ahead.
It says, it should be led away captive
Right.
to all nations.
And
And
it
Jerusalem,
should be led away captive into all nations. This is what is known as the Jewish diaspora. Okay, quote unquote Jewish diaspora. That's how they say it in the paper. You know.
Israel lost their sovereignty a long time ago. So, the only person the only entity that can give Israel their sovereignty back is the Lord. And that's what we do. These Jews that claim our land, they automatically have sovereignty. That's why they was able to fly into Israel, without anybody stopping.
Through the Aliyahs. And the Aliyah means lifted on high. So that's how they got there. They was lifted on high by the way of the plains. It was an Aliyah. Okay? Yeah, but before the Balfour Declaration, I'm talking about before it. Alright? You know about the before the Balfour Declaration, they was already setting it up, so and this is why it was set up through Nazi, the so-called Nazis. My man Hitler, right? Because he knew who the true Jews was. See? So they put him up there as the boogeyman.
Yeah, because they was in bed with the other Germans.
Exactly. So it was a setup to get them into the homeland by paperwork. Because it was already they was already flying them over there, secretly since the 1800s, man. By Edmund D. Rothschild. Look it up. It's called the Russian Pogroms. Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the pogroms in the Russian Empire. It says pogroms in the Russian Empire. It says were a large-scale, targeted, and repeated anti-Jewish riotings that began in the 19th century. Pogroms began to occur after Imperial Russia, which previously had very few Jews, acquired territories with large Jewish populations. From the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and the Ottoman Empire from the 1772 to 1815. These territories were designated the Pale of Settlement by the Imperial Russian government, within which Jews were reluctantly permitted to live.
Yeah, because remember, the Edomites, they was pushed out, and they was pushed out to Europe. So this is that whole land, Poland, Turkey, Lithuania, and all those different lands, man. That's where they was over there. Yeah.
It says, and it was within them where the pogroms largely took place.
Right.
It says Jews were forbidden from moving to other parts of European Russia, including Finland.
Next year, bro.
Unless they converted to Judaism
Only going up.
or obtained a university diploma or first guild merchant status. Migration to the Caucasus, Siberia, the Far East, or Central Asia was
So when they say migration from the Caucasus Mountain, that's where you get Caucasian from. Okay, it was migration. Okay, they left out of the mountains.
What's up?
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario?
It says
What you need?
migration
I
to the
prescribe a
Caucasus,
shirt for you.
Siberia, and the Far East of Central Asia.
Dude, I fuck with this costume, bro.
I love it. Now, 1884. Here we go. Now it says, now this is in the same article. Now this is from 1881 to 1884. It says the use of the term pogrom became common in the English language after the large-scale wave of anti-Jewish riots swept through southern western Imperial Russia. It says when more than 200 anti-Jewish events occurred in the Russian Empire, the most notable of them were pogroms which occurred in Kiev, Warsaw, and Odessa. The event which triggered the pogrom was the assassination of Tsar Alexander II. which was the last Tsar in Russia. It says, for which some blame agents of foreign influence, implying that the Jews committed it.
They were doing underhanded demonic shit. They were taking people's money. They were stealing goddamn resources. Okay? So they said, get these motherfuckers out of our land. But it was all a setup. You know? And this is why the Rothschilds funded them to get shipped over there. It's already been a scale for them to so-called get to the Holy Land. So we could definitely go back to the Ezekiel. Okay? Because now they finally got it. You know?
Why do you think why do you think Putin is taking back Kiev and Ukraine? Because America secured Kiev and Ukraine for the Amalekites. That's one of the reasons why Russia is fighting to get that land back. It says, one of the conspirators was of Jewish origins, and the importance of her role in the assassination was greatly exaggerated. It says, local economic conditions, such as ancestral debts owed to Jewish moneylenders, are thought to have contributed significantly to the rioting. And this just confirms what you just said about them committing usury and taking people's money. It says, right here, about the moneylenders.
Okay, after that, look up a link.
And it says, and I'm gonna cut this short.
Yeah.
It says, with regard to the participation of the business competitors of local Jews and the participation of Russian railroad workers. But yeah, and then it goes into basically how they was screwing with the railroad work and all of that.
Yeah, they were doing some goddamn money.
Yep.
They were still gold.
Yep. That's why. Guess what? Who own all the diamond establishments? Amalek, man. That's a fact. That's why they made the movie on man Adam Sandler, man. They showed that they showed that the Amalekites was a bunch of low down dirty bastards. That's in the movie too.
They always had evil practices.
Yeah.
Always. And that's
They show it in the fucking movie, but when you say it openly, oh, now you condemn it. You the worst thing since Hitler. Now this nigga, now Ye was a promoter of Hitler. Now Ye, he was fascinated at Hitler as a child. The nigga grew up in Chicago. Ain't no niggas fucking with no goddamn Hitler. You know? We know niggas fascinated about the goddamn Holocaust. Nigga from Chicago. He coming to find out, sources say that he was fascinated by Hitler. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, but he exposed another one of their practices too.
It's the boogeyman shit. You know?
You said Hitler, not actually just look up Hitler quote real fast.
Go ahead.
All right, and this is on the 12 tribes of what is it? 12 tribes of Israel on just on Google.com. All right. No. It says the Jews, fake news, will never be able to live in Israel in peace because they left here black and came back white.
Exactly.
Yeah, Gamal Abdel Nasser.
That's his name, Gamal Abdel Nasser. That was the Egypt president. And he said this back in like 1958.
And here go the quote from Hitler. Because the white Jews knows that the Negroes are the real children.
This is what Hitler said, man.
Because the white Jews knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel. And to keep America secret, stay right there. And to keep America secret, the Jews will blackmail America.
Exactly, because they said that what's his name, Best Lawrence, the track racer, they said that he didn't like him. No, he actually came to ship his hand. See, that was a fucking lie. Because he respected the fact that these were the true Jews, man. Okay?
Hitler was raised back South Africa.
Yeah. Because he was a Jew.
That's the secret relationship.
His mother was a mistress. Okay? Yeah, Jews and Nazis. The fucking Nazis was goddamn Jews, man. They had family intertwined together, man. Yeah. This is another proof that your kingdom is going down. Because you got Edomites fighting against Edomites, man. That's Satan against Satan. How should his household stand? How should the empire stand? How should the kingdom stand? You see?
Amalek is pretty much taking that inheritance from the rest of the Edomites.
Exactly.
So
they fighting against
They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were.
Exactly. And this is the reason why Gabe kept on saying, we should let it too. He said, we got the blood of Christ, which is the truth. We got the blood of the Messiah, which is Yahweh. Okay? We come straight to that lineage. Judah, which is the so-called African American out of day. Right?
They said it in that movie with, what's his name? When they figured out what angels.
The Da Vinci Code. The Da Vinci Code. With that, the worst actor of the world. What's his name? No. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, nigga can't act for shit, man.
Last movie he did was Face Off.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Horrible actor.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. But the Da Vinci Demons, man. Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that was Tom Hanks.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was in it. Yeah. He played in
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Yeah.
National
What you
Treasure.
gonna do? Steal the Declaration of Independence? I liked it though.
He like a lot of trash.
And it's not illegal trash.
The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. Romans 1:25.
That's the real deal. That's what you evangelical Christians been finding out. You've been oppressing
The Lord's people, man.
Yeah.
Just see, y'all had the image of that he was a white man, so y'all love Jesus. But when you find out Jesus, who they call Jesus, is really a black man, a dark skin, dark brown man, right? And his descendants is the same niggas that you don't give goddamn loans to. The same niggas that you first fired, last hired first fired. You know? So real quick, get Hosea 1 and 10 real quick.
Oh my god, you guys crazy. Okay.
Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 1 verse 10.
Yeah, we can see.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people.
Which we already broke that down, going back to Jerusalem, and they were scattered, so we were saying, you're not my people, right? But we're bringing it to today, qualifying the scriptures. The same thing is happening out there. Go ahead.
There it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power.
See, it's being said now that we are the sons of the living power. We are the Jews. We are the Israelites. And it's happening in this place right now today, man. You see, we're declaring our nationality. Right? Somebody hold on deck. Well, get it real quick. Isaiah 44 real quick. Read it from like verse 1 all the way to like 4 and 5.
And it's crazy. They changed
Isaiah 44.
They changed our nationality to be first Negroes, color, everything but who we are.
Yep.
And then we black, and then we that's one African American.
Yep.
Which one is?
Color. Yep. Go ahead.
So Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb.
Israel was my chosen, okay? Alright? The Lord always chose the Israelites, man. You niggas trying to bring in that supersessionism, which is bullshit, which is a violation of Revelation, the 22nd chapter. In the 18th, 19th verse. You add it to the word, man, and you're taking it away. So you niggas y'all got charges on y'all. Right? Alright? Go ahead.
It says, thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb.
No, am I
Jacob, my servant, and now Jeshua, whom I have chosen.
Yeah, my first. That's the one, my first. Who's the first? The Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
For I will pour water upon him.
Somebody get Isaiah 29.
I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground.
that water is a representation of the truth. That's why Yahushua said, and back in, I believe, Mark 4, he said, if you drink of this water, all right, you will never thirst again. Okay? So what's happening, the Lord is basically downloading the truth to us, man. Downloading the understanding to us, man. And it's in the form of the water, which is the scriptures. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses.
Yeah, we're gonna begin to come alive. Okay? If it was dry ground, when you put water on a dry ground or any type of seed that's in the soil, that seed begins to bear fruit.
Right.
It starts to grow. It starts to bear fruit. Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses.
And this is why you see a lot of Israelites popping up saying that we're claiming our nationality.
Verse 5 says, one shall say, I am the Lord, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
See, well, we said we Jacob. We said that we come out of the line of Jacob. Okay? That's what we're doing.
Tells you that Judah and Israel should be one head. Right? So it says, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord and surname himself by the name of Israel.
See? Are we not surnaming ourselves by the name of Israel? And why we got that as a surname, right? Because remember, we was given a name in this place. See? The byword, the proverb. We was given a name. So now we're surnaming ourselves. Like we can say, you know, my government name is this. But I'm surnaming myself to this. That's what happened in the scriptures. Saul to Paul. You know? There was other Simon and Peter. Yeah, surname. Yeah.
That's why we say, yeah.
So we're surnaming ourselves by the scriptures. You know? That's the fulfillment. We ain't going by our born names. Born in this world, our government, we say our government names. So it's like we're surnaming ourselves by this title now. And that's prophecy, man. Because remember, back in the day, 10 years ago, 13 years ago, right? Well, shit, I'll go with the beginning of this thing, 2007. When you see brothers back then, we used to ask questions, what's your nationality? Baptist, you see, Muslim. When we say what's your nationality? But now, you ask that question now. You got Jake saying we Hebrews. You got Jake saying we're the Israelites. You see? We ain't saying that we this race or nationality or fucking color no more.
Remember we used to say, that's what color the crayon about today.
Right. We don't say that no more. When we say what's your nationality, yeah, I know I'm a Jew, or I know I'm a Hebrew. That's the scriptures, man. We actually witnessed that through the spirit, man. We witnessed that.
But read down.
Go ahead. Let me stop talking. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first and I am the last. Beside me there is no power. And who, as I, shall call and shall declare it and set in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people. And the things that are coming, it shall come, let them shew unto them. Fear ye not, neither be ye afraid. Have not I told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Yep, so there you go. It's a cut. Point. And the things that are coming and shall come, let them shew unto them.
Yeah. That's what.
We the Lord's mouth. We his people.
Yep.
It said, fear ye not. It said, fear ye not, neither be ye afraid. And that I told thee from that time, and have declared it, ye are my witnesses. Is there a power beside you? And there is no God, I know no name.
Psalm chapter 50, verse 21, it says, these things hast thou done. Matter of fact, I'll start verse 20. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
And then all the like vending machines.
It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Yep.
Thou thoughtest that I altogether was such as one as thyself.
Yeah, because nothing happened to the so-called white people. Nothing happened to them. fuck with the Israelites when you came against the children of Israel. Because ultimately it was a judgment of the Lord. So y'all got proud. You see? And it was said in history, okay, that when you first came over to the west coast of Africa, when you took a boat of slaves, you sent one ship first. You see? You sent one ship just to test it out because you knew that these were the children of Israel. You took one ship and you shipped it over here, not even over here. Because that nigga, that Spaniard, that so-called Jew, Cristobal Colon, he went to Hispaniola. He didn't come to America. Okay? But anyway, they shipped one ship and to see what was going to happen. So that's time. It takes 3 years to get here. Okay? So that was time right there. It take a year and a half, pardon. It take 3 years to ship the tar sheets to come back. So they had to wait a year and a half to see if the Lord was going to place judgment on them. And it didn't happen. So like, oh shit, we got the Lord's people, let's go. And in fact, it's something called Elmo's fire, which is talking about the chariots that guided them over here, man. Okay?
I got a question. In a book that you got this book,
yeah.
And in that book, Columbus, he made a quote basically